My name is Virginia, and I'm 57 years old. I came to Dr. Funcik because I have two daughters in their 20s, and one had lived in Charleston for a while, and she became aware of that Dr. Funcik was over here in Mount Pleasant, and she researched him. She's first visit, we met right here in this room initially, and Dr. Funcik was very honest with me. I mean, he told me that he thought that I'd looked good. He didn't encourage, just didn't say, oh, right away, you definitely need this or this done. I told him what bothered me, and it was really my neck starting to, what we call those turkey necks. And I particularly noticed it after I got an iPad, because I'd be looking down and I could see my reflection in the iPad, and I thought, that looks terrible. And so he told me what he could do. Just made my face look, I think, definitely younger, but just smoother and softer. I mean, I don't think it's anything that would just strike you, oh, she had plastic surgery, or that she's done something. I really haven't had anybody at home mention it to me. But they tell me that I look good. I went to a high school reunion, and I had this fellow come up to me and said, Virginia, boy, you're beautiful. I don't think he even looked at me in high school. Procedure really was I thought was surprisingly easy. They make it so easy here. I felt so comfortable with Dr. Funcik. I don't know why. He just has this connection with you, and he just seems so focused on you. And another girl that works for my husband said, I don't know what you're doing, but will you give me the doctor's name of whoever it was that did it? She didn't know exactly what I had done, but she just knew that I looked younger, different, better. He's an encourager, but he tells you exactly what you're going through. He doesn't try to push anything on you, but I just really trusted him. I had a lot of faith in what he can do. I think he's probably one of the best in the country at what he does. I never hesitated that he was the doctor I wanted to use. I think Dr. Funcik's the best at what he does. And actually, like a week later, it was Thanksgiving, and we took our family Christmas picture, and I had sunglasses on. We were all outside, and you couldn't even tell I'd had anything done. It was really very easy. And it seems to care about you, that they set the things up so that I would come in the morning. My daughters came with me. We got in a motel room, and they even took care of that. And the procedure took place in the morning, and then they called my daughters to come pick me up. And I can remember I was in like a lazy boy chair, and I didn't feel any pain. And the amazing thing to me was, even before the surgery, Dr. Funcik asked me if I was nervous, and I said, well, not terribly. I mean, just a little nervous about anesthesia and whatever. And I said that hopefully I was more than just my face, so that I wasn't freaking out about it. But he asked me if I'd prayed, and I said yes, I had. And so he prayed with me, he held my arm, and I thought, well, go ahead and put me out now, I'm ready. I was kind of surprised at first how tight my face felt, and he said, well, that's what you paid me for. We went home, the girls drove me home, and I think within a week, it was not very painful. I didn't take pain medication, but maybe 2 days, and it didn't really agree with me, so I quit that as soon as possible. And I slept a good bit during that time, but after a few days, I felt fine. I didn't really want to go out because I had stitches under my eyes, and you could still sort of see the stitches on the sides. And it was a little bit black and blue, but not much. No, Dr. Funcik thanked me for doing this, but I said, well, I got to let people know how good you are. Well, I'll give you an example. We were at the lake a few weekends ago. I think it was Memorial Day weekend. And I have a younger brother, 7 years younger than I am, and my sister-in-law is a beautiful girl. And my brother, we're close, but he doesn't ever comment on how I look or anything. But we were on the pontoon boat out on the lake, and he knew that I'd had the surgery done. He's also my next-door neighbor, so I can't hide too much from him. But he said, Virginia, what you do to your face, he said, it really looks good. I mean, he said, you look good. And I know he told my sister-in-law that when I went by their house, prior to that, not too long after the surgery, he said, that took 10 years off her face.